Alright guys, back with another video here. It's almost nice enough to bring my plants outside, so this is a good time to prune them, because once you put them outside they're probably going to put out new growth, and you really don't want them to put on additional growth if some branches are too long, or if you have branches in areas that you don't want them to be in. So this was the old front of this Jade. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, I like how this branch here has kind of one layer. You got a smaller branch here that kind of adds balance to this side, but it doesn't really have, besides this one here, you don't really have the nice layers of padding that you'd want in a bonsai. So just trying to look to change this. One of the biggest things that I don't like is, you can see this branch here in the front. It is sticking out right towards the viewer, so that's something I don't want. So if you look at this trunk right here, it looks like that. Not super ideal. I kind of want to switch up the front. I'm thinking bringing attention to kind of the main trunk, the fattest part of the trunk, which is this guy here. And then, this guy will still be in view, but he's going to be kind of next to him, which means the small branch has to go because it's coming right out towards us, and it's just covering up the main trunk. So if we get rid of that one, clean it up a little bit, you get to see the branch structure a little better. However, now you kind of see that it's not awfully off balance. This branch over here is a little higher than this one, which is fine, but you do kind of see that this is a high area. We need to get rid of this part right here to kind of give it more of that triangular shape, so we're gonna have to cut this one down. After we do that, I think it's pretty balanced, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. This is the new front. We're gonna be getting rid of that smaller branch in the front there, and then kind of just trying to balance out this tree here. So we will start with that in just a second. Alright, so here we are. We're going to make the first cut, which is going to be this guy. Just going to go in and I'm just going to do it. There you are. I'm going to come back with just kind of this knife to clean this up a little bit. Okay, we'll just leave that like that. And of course, these cuttings will go into, making new bonsai. So I'm going to be starting a new video, and we will be turning this into a starter for a bonsai tree. So next branch, this one is growing right out towards us, kind of blocking the view of the plant. I don't want to, cut it just here because it'll still be sticking out. I could cut it flush here. I don't know if you guys can see that, and then have this branch grow out this way. I think I'll start by leaving a nub. The leaf scar for this one is growing up, so I'm guessing this one should be growing off to the side. I think that's what we want to do. Let's cut that there. And again, this one is too high. This one in the back is just right because it's slightly shorter than the tallest one. And then we have this one, and this one is going to have to come even lower. So I could probably go back to here, but if I go back to here, the new branch is just going to grow out, and it's just going to reach this height again anyways. So I may want to cut it down just a little bit more. Let's see. I think this one will be good. Okay, take that off there. Now we just have this part that is too tall. So we will want to take these guys down a bit. I think we'll want to take it all the way down here. And again, you guys will notice that I'm cutting in between nodes. If I want growth to come out of this node here, which is that line, then I'll cut just above this, leave about 1/8 to 1/4 inch, and then the rest of this that's on top will die back. If I cut it way up here, you'll just have this nub, sitting there and the branch growing out, and that's not really ideal. Once the branch grows out of the node, this will die back, and then it'll scar over and it'll heal, and you'll get eventually you'll get a nice Y like that again. So that's why you want to make sure you prune in the right spot. And if you prune right on the node, you don't know whether or not you've cut too much off of the node for the new branch to grow out of. So let's say I cut it right here on this line. The new branch may not grow out of here, and then you just have that stump or nub there, and then you'll have branches grow from the node below. That also is bad for directional pruning, because if you wanted this branch to come out this way and you cut it on the node there, well, now it's going back to the previous node and the branches will grow out 90 degrees from where you had intended. So not ideal. So for this guy, I should do the same thing. This guy's growing straight up. We're going to want to go to the side, so this guy's kind of coming out of the side. I know we just want to prune it back to here. See, we start here, you can see that the leaf growth is about that high. So if I put it here, it's going to be almost just as tall as this guy again. So we're probably going to want to go even shorter. So I might just have to take it off right around here. Because there's a branch here, so most likely there's going to, hopefully another branch comes out this way. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Over here, however, this branch is higher than the back branch. And I'm not sure we want that. Just gonna take a step back here and kind of take a look at that. Yeah, I don't think that is ideal. I think if we cut it right about here, we should be good. Maybe even lower. Yeah, I think this part of the branch is too thick right here, and it's too dominant. I may just take that back and make this back branch here the dominant leader for that portion anyways. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So now we got to find where we want the branch. I kind of want the branch to come out this way. So there's a leaf scar right here. So I think that's where we'll prune it back to. Okay. Definitely has some better shape now. I do think that this left side is still a little bit high. Like this portion here is still a little bit higher than I'd want. I think I want to bring it down to have this guy grow a little higher. And for that, actually I think I'm going to leave that. I think if this grows out and it gets heavy, it could bend down. I could wire it down too. That'll be a little lower. So I'll do that. I'm just going to leave that for now. Eventually I think I want to prune this because it's growing right out at us, or maybe I'll just wire it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good for now. Definitely a lot more balanced with this being the new front here. It definitely has a better shape besides the branch that I pointed out there to the left. So this one right here is a little high, but if we take that out, you can see the shape of the tree is much nicer now. That's kind of what you want to get the even light distribution, because if you have kind of a flat top here, and you may want that style. There's certain trees that kind of grow like that, where it's kind of just a flat top and then all the branches grow up to there and they get the light that way. I think for space and how big this tree already is, that's probably not ideal, because you can imagine if I had let everything grow up to the top and flat top it, instead of this tree being 2.5 feet wide, it would be more like 3.5, 4 feet wide at the top, and that's just going to take up too much space. So I think we're good with where we're at right now. Kind of excited to get these guys outside and get them the light that they need. Again, my apartment is east facing, so that's the second worst location you can have in the northern hemisphere. The worst is of course north, because you don't get any sunlight north. East, you get the morning sunlight, which is the weakest, and then the evening is stronger light, because there's less dew and whatnot in the air to kind of filter the light. And then south is the best because you're getting direct sunlight. But yeah, I'll be putting these out. It's east facing, but I do get a bit of some southeast light coming at it. So hopefully they start flushing out a little bit more. I like to get this really thick, so I'm going to need to do a lot of pruning to promote the ramification that I want. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is the new front. I think it looks much better than having that huge branch to the right here. See if I can show you guys. Where's my finger at? Oh, there it is. Went too far. So this branch here, instead of having this branch come right out at you, now it's being kind of the focus of the whole structure of the plant. I think that's much better, versus having that small branch that we cut at the bottom there being kind of part of the structure of the plant. It's way too small, and it's going to take years to kind of catch up. And you can see right on top of that scar that I just cut, there's kind of a crease there already. So hopefully by cutting that crease will even out, and that thing will just go away. It does give a little interesting feature of that little scars there too. It gives it character. So let me know what you think.